What I'm going to tell you is not for the faint of heart, so you'd better get your tea, popcorn, and seatbelt on. In front of the entire cast, did Spice just reveal Bambi's dark secret? Did someone mention the released video showing Spice's ex-boyfriend in a nail salon, half naked, conversing with Bambi? This is more than just drama, darling. The set was torn apart by this Category 5 messy hurricane, which seems to have been staged by Jerry Springer's Ghost and aired on Zoo's network. Now picture this. You've arrived in a tranquil hideaway. Sage burning, blazing healing stones, flimsy, friendships barely surviving, and then all of a sudden, Spice drops a bomb so explosive that the reunion arguments seem like a Sunday picnic. Spice tried to act innocent, but Bambi didn't. It rocked the set more than Carly Red's face in a lie detector test. She brought receipts, screenshots, timestamps, and an entire damn video. What actually happened then? Who was made public? And why is this instability only now becoming apparent? Let's dissect it. Hold on tight. Things are going to get serious. Let's not act as though we were unaware of this one, because peace is always on borrowed time when Spice is present. And you can bet your bottom dollar that time is up when Bambi is involved. Let's take a moment to remember who we're dealing with before we discuss the volcanic explosion that occurred on set. A former Spice dancehall queen becomes a fire starter on reality TV. Flipping wigs and tables has become this woman's profession. She doesn't miss. Darling, you came to get her. Be prepared to attract attention and make headlines, as well as Bambi. Let's just say that Bambi's history with men is more messy than a buffet table at a hip-hop and love reunion. 1 minute married, the next cunning. More love triangles than a math textbook have ensnared her. Let's just say that. The last thing anyone received was healing when these two end themselves on the same therapeutic retreat. The person who thought of putting these two together ought to get a raise or go to jail. This is the point at which things change from untidy to girly. Make a security call. Rumors circulated in the glitzy room that Bambi had been secretly corresponding with Spick's former partner. Since this article isn't about him, we won't even exalt his name. It concerns what Bambi is said to have done to him. First, make a tea. Only murmurs were heard. Small chat, you know? Spice believed it to be trivial rumors. No harm till she received her hands on an experience from which no reality star can ever fully recover: the video. Not just any footage either. While Spick's ex is shirtless, we're talking about Bambi at a manicure shop, laughing during facet time. He bit his lip while relaxing without a shirt. That type of aspect time? Yes. Not only the behavior of friends or coworkers, it was personal. Even worse, this was from months ago when Spice and Bambi were grinning at each other like they were best friends on set. Bring on the countdown. Due to the fact that Spice did not arrive to play D first, she said nothing. Like nuclear code, she clung to that footage. Her side eyes, silent judgments, and micro expressions that suggested, "I got something that will destroy your whole storyline," were all signs of it during the group scenes. Then it occurred. Spice got up, took out her phone, and played the video in front of everyone on the third day of the retreat, while the producers were setting up some cheesy group healing circle. Nothing, just chaos, no context, no warning. The room fell silent. Bambi's mouth fell to the ground. Everybody froze. The screen displayed Bambi flirting with Spice's ex as if it were a rom-com audition, just as Spice had promised. There were yells, gasps, with several cast members clutching their pearls. According to reports, one of the assistants sobbed and fled the room. At first, Bambi attempted to deny it. "Girl, that's not how it appears." It appeared to be everything it shouldn't have been. Spice didn't even speak louder. She simply stood there, composed and deadly, as if she had practiced this 20 times in front of a mirror. She sat down as if she had just won a Grammy for the cutest performance in a reality TV show after saying, "This is who y'all defend. This is the friend y'all always pick up for," not to mention the other people in the room. Some made an effort to appear indifferent, but the features were telling a different tale. "Darling, it's dead wrong," one cast member murmured, while another continued to say, "To told you that something was wrong. Oh, but Bambi wasn't going out quietly." She flipped after the initial shock. She got up, stepped in front of Spice, and began yelling, "You always been jealous of me, girl?" Jealous? Of what? A FaceTime affair. Spice maintained her composure and grinned as if she had anticipated this outburst. Why did she beat her with jealousy? When scandals occur, you don't even have a house to hide in. The room exploded. A chair was knocked over. Chill was nowhere to be found in the building as another cast member yelled, "Y'all need to chill." 5 episodes ago, it had packed up and left the hideaway. Mark this point. The producers were shaken too. The audio technician dropped his microphone. No cuts were made by the camera team. As if it were the Super Bowl, they simply zoomed in. Let's be clear, this was more than a trivial TV feud. This was high-def screen character assassination. Why was it worse? Spice asserted that she had other videos as well. "Oh no," she said, emphatically, to the gathering. Even the facilitator of the healing circle discreetly packed up her crystals and departed at that point. "You guys think this is bad? Wait till I drop part 2. Hold up, part 2, there's more." You're recognizing that. This was not her ministry. The retreat became a battlefield broadcast on television. Alliances disintegrated, friendships were destroyed. And individuals began picking sides more quickly than a Monday morning tweet. The new VH1 Civil War pitted Team Spice against Team Bambi. However, it didn't stop there, because Spice quietly reminded Bambi that context doesn't change facet time with your friend's shirtless ex, even as she continued to yell about how the video was taken out of context. What precisely is the right setting for that? Spice and Bambi weren't that close, and Bambi defended the man by saying wasn't prohibited in theory. That's like swiping someone else's leftovers and saying it's not theft because they didn't finish the meal, sis. No, it doesn't operate that way. Just when you thought it couldn't get much messier, a second cast member stepped forward and said, "If we're airing videos, I got something too." Wait, another video? We conclude part 1 there. A dot. We're delving into the mayhem that followed the release of the leaked video in this video. The responses backstage and how this alleged retreat became the largest ambush on reality TV since the table flip were widely reported. You believe that things can't get worse? Assure you that this was only the pre-ash show. Let's continue. Where we left off, then, the air was heavy. The so-called therapeutic retreat had become a full-fledged emotional crime scene, and the vibes were lethal. Spice had just shown everyone the leaked FaceTime footage of Bambi laughing while conversing. With her shirtless ex similar to a schoolgirl during playtime, the rest of the cast, meanwhile, sat there as if they had just seen a ghost. Another cast member jumped up immediately after the bomb dropped and said, "If we airing videos, I got something too." Now listen, darling, if you thought that was the plot twist, you might want to hold your wig. Cameras pan, and you could actually hear everyone say, "Oh," like it was a high school cafeteria and somebody just slapped a tray. Bambi's expression froze. Folded arms of Spice not bothered. Like the final episode of Attila, the rest of the room was riveted to the action. A second video begins to play in the circle while the castmate, who we'll call T, takes out her phone and presses a few buttons. Although this one did not have Bambi with Spice's ex. It did feature Bambi telling someone on speaker that she owed Spice nothing and that the man was open to whatever she wanted. Oh, I see. We're acknowledging it now. The room blew up. Everyone got up among the Bambi, attempted to seize the phone and take it away. But it was too late when Stylist said, "You said you were innocent." The damage was already done. They were harsh words, and they were out there. Let's take a moment to consider this in detail. This was more than just a betrayal of friendship. On HD national television with reruns, This was treachery. Despite the fact that we weren't very near, Bambi tried to play. The excuse wasn't that profound. However, confessionals are not something you can do. You can call Spice your sister one week and then call her a male the next week. The hypocrisy, which is becoming apparent. On social media, the treachery was widely publicized. The timeline took fire as soon as this footage aired, so yeah, people were consuming this. Twitter was a complete disaster. A user posted, "Bambi really tried to pull a sneaky link on national TV like nobody would find out. Girl, this ain't 2007 MySpace. There's cameras." Another individual claimed that Spice was waiting with an entire trap card. The entire retreat. An Instagram chili had not been reversed by her. Popcorn emoticons and Team Spice hashtags were common in the comment sections. However, let's talk behind the scenes since, although the blow-up was captured on camera, the producers complete. Panic was not. Security was apparently placed on standby in case things got physical after the release of the second video. According to a production source who would speak to Q, we cast them because we knew there would be turmoil. But we were rushing because we didn't anticipate 2 leaked tapes and a whole betrayal timeline to appear in one day. In addition, the network executives were suddenly panicking. Why? Since a lawsuit could result from leaked footage, damage management is necessary. Meanwhile, Spice remained cool. While Bambi had walked off, she reportedly told producers, "I ain't even get to the real tea yet. Wait, you mean there's more?" As she sipped her drink and sat back with a smug expression set. After going to her room, she began to scream at the producers, off camera, accusing them of putting her up and threatening to quit the show. Let's be honest though, was it karma? On camera? Or was it a setup? The public's response was harsh and quick, was immediately picked up by blogs. The retreat descended into a brawl akin to a reunion when the Shade Room uploaded a video with the caption, "Spice drops receipts and Bambi catches fire." Hollywood Unlocks followed shortly after. It was revealed that Bambi and Spick's ex had a FaceTime romance. On set, things became physical. The call was coming from within the house.
Hey.
And fans were retrieving previous episodes and going through every sequence where Bambi and Spice hugged and spoke, leaving a note that read, "Meanwhile, SIS was plotting." Then the phony insiders appeared. You're aware of the individuals who say they are employed at VH1 or who actually work there. According to one story, Spick's ex and Bambi had been communicating for months. And he was even scheduled to appear this season until the controversy broke out. Up. Whether that's true or not doesn't matter. The narrative was already out there. The internet had made up its mind and they crowned Spice the undisputed queen of receipts. Another person wrote, production knew about the video weeks ago, but waited until the retreat to let Spice drop it. This was a plan set up for ratings. However, let's take a moment to consider that the performance, not just the scandal, was what made this situation so viral. Spice didn't come in swinging. Bambi, on the other hand, panicked, fumbling her defense, trying to gaslight the room, and the more she spoke, the worse it got. At one point during filming, she reportedly yelled, "Y'all just mad because I'm the baddest one here." She didn't scream or cry. Instead, she pressed play and let the footage do the talking. That level of restraint was deadly. "You are the worst at getting caught," a crew member whispered. Brutal. Furthermore, this drama did not confine itself to the retreat's boundaries. No. It permeated private phone conversations, direct messages, and cast group chats. On Instagram, a few cast members began unfollowing Bambi. She was dimly shaded by others who went live. Some of them are planning on your leftovers, and one even posted, "Be careful who you call, sis." Those fans were calling for Spice to get more attention as she was being commended for her maturity, poise, and boss move vibe, her own independent program. A petition called Justice for Spice was also created by some. Come on, she revealed a betrayal with precision, an Apple-style keynote presentation. She deserved the flowers. But guess who else was pulled into the mess? The mayhem doesn't stop there. Yes, the shirtless FaceTime star himself is Spix X. All of a sudden, he was the public's worst adversary. Fans left comments on his posts, DM'd him, even played back previous footage of him and Spice together, analyzing his body language as if it were a taped CIA interrogation. The man then posted a mysterious Instagram story with a cryptic caption. Y'all don't know the full story. Stay tuned. Boy, if you don't sit down and deactivate that account, here's the unexpected twist. The whole event was altered to make Bambi appear terrible, according to someone from her side, and Spice was envious of her connection with the network. Yes, since it's a huge power move to play flirtatious FaceTime calls with someone's ex, correct? We've reached a stage where the audience is divided. Bambi is being tormented by half of the internet. The other half is attempting to fabricate conspiracy theories about her being set up by the producers. The network then announces a surprise on-camera cast gathering to address and settle problems. Just when you thought things couldn't get any worse. Let's simply state what transpired during that meeting. Unfortunately, it didn't end there. Another eyewitness claims that Spice wasn't only angry over scandal. She believed Bambi had betrayed a sisterhood. Which is why she was so angry. Yes, she was accused of sneaking about behind the scenes with her trivial ex. The same lady who had sat across from her, shared wigs and wine, wept over men, and spilt tea about trivial ex-boyfriends. Oh, phew. Rumor has it that Spice sought the footage from the on-set security cameras during an emergency sit-down with the production team. She apparently took out her phone, filmed the surveillance footage, and forwarded it directly to group chat as soon as she got it. You guys, talk about the behavior of a verified petty icon. The best thing is that, according to reports, the identical video is currently becoming viral on social media, while Spice was busy exposing receipts. Guess who is doing damage control? She ain't even blink, said one member of the Love and Hip Hop crew. Let them all see what kind of snake she is, Babby. This was no longer just drama. It was straight-up Shakespearean betrayal in front of the reality TV gods. Yes, Bambi. She attempted to use the "we were on a break" card, according to sources. You're all familiar with Ross Geller's attempt in Friends. It's not the 9 South sitcom world, baby. Every action is examined via a million Instagram stories and thousands of lenses because this is reality TV. Bambi allegedly approached the crew in secret and requested that they not show the entire video. She said she didn't realize Spice still harbored love for her ex, that it was a misunderstanding, and that the angle appeared worse than it actually was. However, manufacturing dropped the bomb at that point. It was not the first instance. Yes. According to rumors, this man had been skulking around the set for weeks, and Bambi had been secretly meeting him. In order to avoid being noticed, she even took off her microphone during toilet breaks. You can't make this up, I see. It's just too good, even if we did. The internet is going crazy right now. Hashtag Spice vs. Bambi became popular on many channels. Conspiracy theories began to circulate as fan pages went into overdrive. After Spice disparaged her, some fans think Bambi only dated the ex as payback. Last season's music career. Others believe that the entire thing is a production ploy to increase viewership. However, if it is, these people are simultaneously deserving of an Emmy and a Pulitzer. As if everything weren't enough chaotic, there was yet another crazy turn of events. In a since-deleted Instagram Live, a hairstylist who reportedly works with both Spice and Bambi asserted that Bambi and the ex had been having affairs for months prior to Spice's comeback to the program. Sis claimed that more times than Amazon Prime, she had witnessed the ex show up in a black Escalade. I'm a little. The ex, meantime, is enjoying the attention. According to sources, he has been contacting bloggers in an attempt to clear his name, but his true goal is to get cast for the upcoming season One insider said that he believes he will be the next Safari. He is discussing releasing a mixtape. Go sit down, sir. It makes sense that the producers would want to conceal all of this. No, we're talking about hip-hop and love here. Mona and the staff seem to be quite happy. Already, a 2-part reunion episode is being planned, titled Leaked Video, Lies, and Love. They even allegedly want to get the X, Spice, and Bambi on stage together so that the cameras can start rolling. This isn't a reunion, Chili. With hair extensions, it's a cage match. Not to be overlooked in this mess are the other cast members. According to reports, Kika Mina stormed off set after being forced into a side conversation in which she was accused of knowing all along. This is why I don't trust any of these girls, even Scrappy, who's always somehow entangled in the chaos. Made a post on Instagram saying, "Glad I dodged that bullet, sir." According to reports that Yandi told producers, if Bambi was sneaking someone onto the set without permission and interfering with the filming schedule, that's grounds for breach. And guess what? She might lose her check. That's karma with a camera lens. You're sure about that? Legal teams have reportedly been called in 4 contract violations, not for defamation, oh no, but for breach of contract. And what about Spice? Well, she's back in her blue wig, walking through the drama like a Caribbean storm. Reposting fan edits of the scandal, posting mysterious Instagram stories with messages like, "Be more careful about your friends than your enemies." She reportedly used all the smoke to video more confessionals, saying to one blog, "You come for me, I send for your skeletons." At this point, sis didn't come to play. Supporters are referring to this as the most outrageous controversy since Joe's line against Stevie J. Producers are reportedly locking in an emergency re-edit of the season's future episodes in an attempt to accommodate all the craziness. And to be honest, you might be correct. It's a complete chaos with several confessionals reshot, the network reportedly bumping other shows to prioritize airing this mess-ass. Behind the scenes, cast members being told to tighten their inner circles. Crew members being split into Team Spice and Team Bambi. And security for the reunion taping being doubled because Spice refused to remain silent and instead chose violence. With receipts. We're here now. The set of Love and Hip Hop just turned into the Jerry Springer Show. And it's obvious that Spice is not here to play games. Friendships are broken, alliances are shifted, reputations are hanging by threads, and one question reverberates across social media like a haunted wind through the halls of the H1 drama. Who's next to get exposed? Because if Spice just cracked open the vault, the rest of the cast better hope their skeletons aren't caught in 4K. Sis brought the entire damn filing cabinet, including Bambi's alleged sneaky connection to Spice's ex and the on-set explosion that left the entire crew gasping. This is reality TV at its most insane. But who is telling the truth? Did Bambi actually sneak in behind the scenes with Spice's ex? Or was this all a masterclass in calculated clout chasing? After all, nothing shouts publicity stunt louder than a conveniently leaked video with dramatic zoom-ins and HD clarity. Did you witness Spice's comment, "You want to play with fire? I'll show you hell"? She delivered that phrase like she was trying out for a Netflix thriller. Phew. We need you to end this tea party, but give her the Emmy already. Do you believe Spice overreached herself? Was Bambi captured in a setup, or was she acting shaddily? And should the rise in ratings make hip-hop and love producers feel grateful or ashamed? Leave your best thoughts in the comments section because this part is going to be messier than the reunion. If you enjoy craziness like this, please hit the like button, subscribe, and enable notifications so you don't miss the next controversy we uncover. We assure you that this is only the beginning. We have files, folders, and flash drives that are bursting at the seams. Keep checking back because in this celebrity game and treachery, no one is secure.